Well, hello there. Hey, it is Wednesday, July 8th. Welcome to Coffee with Gordy.
It's time to have a cup of joe.
Got it.
You can sip it nice and slow. So grab your coffee cup. Be sure to fill it up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a coffee break.
Why not?
It's time, for goodness sake.
Goodness.
Lordy, Lordy, it's coffee with Gordy.
Hey, that's me. Good morning. This show is brought to you by BaffoCoffee.com.
BaffoCoffee.com.
That's what I said. And happy Wednesday to you. Rise and shine. Shake a leg. Up and at 'em. Top of the morning to you. And hope things are going well in your world. I've recovered, sort of, from my birthday, which was yesterday. I got a bunch of birthday greetings on Facebook, and I want to send all my thanks out to everybody that wished me a happy birthday there. I just got one a few minutes ago from my old friend Joe Andert in South Bend, Indiana. Joe, I hope you're doing well, and it's great to hear from you and everybody in the South Bend area in northern Indiana and southwest Michigan. Heard from a lot of people this time around. Birthdays are weird, aren't they? It's just like one day of the year where everybody just salutes the fact that you've made it around the sun one more year. And, the last year, I've had a few health concerns. That's what happens when you get into your 70s. Yeah, I turned 73 yesterday. Can you believe that? I never thought I'd make it to 60. But in any case, but I've had a few health issues. I have AFib for the heart. So I don't like taking pills. I don't like taking medicine, but when they tell you, you really got to do this or else, and you take the pills, you take the medication. So I take something for that. I've got a thyroid condition. I take something for that. Let me just run down every medical malady that I've ever had. Had a lot of work done I had a lot of dental work done, not mental work. I need that too, but I had dental work done this year, which, thanks to Dr. Chris Kammer, things are much better in that department. And then I had this ear thing, and this is what happens when you get old. You have to share all your medical information with all the other old people out there. If you're sitting in the waiting room, what are you in for? Well, I got this ear thing. I had a condition called cholesteatoma, which is not a cancerous growth, but a growth that was inside my eardrum, on the other side of the eardrum there. And the problem is, if you let it keep growing, eventually it can go to your brain and turn into meningitis, which is, that's awful. So I didn't want that. So I had that ear operation, and that happened the day after that we were let go from the radio station that John Peterson and I were working at. So that was kind of a couple of days there where just one thing after another. And the ear operation, they consider it a major operation, but I went home the same day. But it took several weeks, in fact, several months, and it's still in the recovery phase. And they told me I would lose probably a lot of I had already lost some hearing on that side, but I've lost a lot more since then. So now I have hearing aids again, and those help, but the hearing in my left ear apparently is not ever going to really recover. It's kind of like having a stereo system with one speaker that's distorted and kind of cutting in and out. That's the sensation I get. So when I'm wearing these headphones, I've got these babies cranked up so I can actually hear myself. Anyway, why am I getting into my medical history here? Anyway, so it's been a year. It's been a year of just, it seems like one thing after another, and topped off with the ear operation. And the fact that I'm an amateur, semi-professional musician at times, but very difficult when your hearing changes that radical. My right ear, not bad. It's lost a little bit of hearing, but just through older age. But the left ear, it's never going to be quite the same, I guess. But you learn, you live and you learn, and you just adapt and move on, right? And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to adapt and move on. Kathryn Lake is on vacation, and so filling in. Of course, we always have Luna, our AI weather person. And Luna, good morning to you. How are you on this fine Wednesday?
Good morning, Gordy. I'm doing great and ready to jump in. First, though, happy belated birthday. I'm glad you made another trip around the sun. Let's make this year sound as good as we can, one ear or two.
You always put a positive spin on everything, Luna, even though you're kind of snarky and sarcastic. You end up turning that around at the end of whatever you're talking about and try to put some nice icing on the cake. And I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that.
Always happy to bring a little balance, a dash of snark, a sprinkle of sunshine. Now, shall we dive into the day's forecast or anything else you've got lined up?
Well, I was hoping you'd give us the Madison, Wisconsin forecast, because we do have a few local listeners, and looks like a bright sunny day, although I can't tell it because my bird cam apparently is broken. I don't know what's happened. I haven't been able to make it work the last couple of days. That's one of the things on my things to do list for today. So we'll see if I can get that going. But yeah, tell us what's happening weather-wise.
All right. In Madison today, we've got bright sunshine, a high around 82 degrees, and a comfortable breeze. Tonight, it'll cool down to the low 60s. So it's shaping up to be a pretty perfect summer day, just what you need while you tackle that bird cam.
Okay, well, now I heard that there might be some really strong storms this afternoon. Do you forecast that? Can you tell us about that?
Well, at the moment, the outlook is calm and clear, but weather, always a bit unpredictable. If anything starts brewing, I'll keep an ear out, pun intended, and we'll update as needed.
Well, I used to know weather, as you know, Luna, because I've told you my long history in broadcasting. I was a TV weather person for 20 years, but that doesn't mean that I know anything anymore. I gave it all up and got back to being a part of the real world in 2010 and let the meteorologist take care of that. But all I know is I heard there was a possibility for some stronger storms later on today, but maybe the forecast has changed.
Well, you know how it is. Forecasts evolve. As of now, it's looking smooth, but if any storm clouds start creeping in, I'll be the first to let you and your listeners know. We've got your back.
Okay, very good. I feel I feel a lot better knowing that. Thank you, Luna, and maybe we'll check in with you later. You have a great day. All right.
You too, Gordy. I'll be right here if you need me. Have a fantastic show and a great day ahead.
Okay. That's Luna Centofonte, our AI-generated entity. It gives us the weather and sometimes a few headlines, too. Let's see. I wanted to check out something. Speaking of headlines, let's get the teletype going here. So, we thought the Iran war was maybe over. We're winding down, or they had a ceasefire. Apparently, that's all over with now. According to Donald Trump, who is over at the NATO summit, he says ceasefire is done. And apparently Iran attacked 3 ships in the Straits of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz. Is it straits or strait? Let me get this straight. The Straits of Hormuz, 3 ships were attacked, and then the U.S., we bombed them like 80 different times in the last, 24, 48 hours. Also, just a side note, Trump is threatening to take on Greenland again. He wants Greenland. Nobody knows why. JD Vance is in Wisconsin today, or at least he's on his way to Wisconsin. He's going to be in the Milwaukee area making a speech and shaking hands and talking to people. That's all I've got here at the moment, but I did want to check one place here. Oops. Where is it? A couple of Wisconsin headlines. First of all, the Brewers won. They rallied. Let's see. Have I got the right game here? I don't know. Yeah, the Brewers won, and also the Cubs won. That was a good game. They're in Baltimore, and they hung on to win that one. Let's see here. Any other headlines? Nothing. There's nothing that really is jumping out at me. I'm sure I'm missing something here, but I'm going to keep this rather short today because I have a ton of things to take care of. Let me just double check one other thing. And okay. As I mentioned, Kathryn is on vacation, but occasionally checking in from the West Coast. And she's on an extended leave for this week, and I think part of next week. But she may be checking in a little bit later on today. I want to mention BafoCoffee.com, our big sponsor. And if you'd like to help out the show, check out BafoCoffee.com. You can buy coffee by the bag. You can get the pods. You can also purchase a Bafo Coffee mug. Free shipping on all of these things. And check it out, BafoCoffee.com. If you'd like to find the show, just the audio version, if you don't really, there's nothing wrong with watching us live on Facebook or YouTube. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time. But then a slightly edited version of the audio shows up later in the morning on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and then a bunch of other podcasts directories. So if you like the show, subscribe, follow, share, like it, send it along to your friends and neighbors, and we appreciate it. And I read each and every comment that we get on Facebook, so if you want to make some comments, I don't share a lot of those comments on the actual show, but I do read them all, and always great to hear from people all across wherever the show goes on the internets. So that's going to wrap it up for today. A little shorter version than we usually present, but we'll be back tomorrow first thing in the morning. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. So long for now. BafoCoffee.com.
It's Bafalicious.